All right, welcome to math class. We're starting to talk about measurement. So things are measured in Canada in something called a metric system, which is measured in meters and centimeters and millimeters. So those would be what we're used to seeing at school. So what we're going to do here is find something in our house that my kids like that's measured in centimeters, and then we'll take a look at how to change it from centimeters into the other units of measurement. So here we are in our garage with our skis and stuff. So these are in a metric measurements. We're going to get Brooke and Aaron to help tell us what they are in centimeters, and then we will convert it into the other metric measurements, and we'll show you how to do that in just a minute. So Brooke, what do we have?
We have 100 centimeter, 128 centimeter, 130 centimeter, 172 centimeter, 165 centimeter.
Okay, so we have the measurements of all these different skis, Mr. Baker's skis and Aaron's skis and Brooke's skis. So we're going to go inside and we'll look at how to transfer these into the other units of metric measurement. So here's the information that Aaron recorded when we were in the garage for the different ski lengths. So what we did is we went and we got the different information that we needed. So if we're looking at this worksheet here to help us along, it says that the kilometers are the biggest unit of metric measurement, and there's 1,000 meters in a kilometer. Meters are the main unit of measurement, so most things are actually based on the meter. So we can change from meters into kilometers, and if we went from meters into kilometers, we'd need to divide by 1,000. And if we went the other direction, and we were changing kilometers into meters, we'd have to multiply 1,000 because there would be many more meters in a kilometer because meters are quite a bit smaller. And then a smaller unit of measurement is the centimeter, and centi means 100. So there are 100 centimeters in a meter. So if we were going to change from centimeters into meters, we would divide by 100 because it's going to take 100 to make one of these. So if I had 200 of these, 200 divided by 100 would equal 2 meters. And then the smallest unit of measurement that we will encounter is the millimeter, and that takes 1,000 millimeters to make one of these meters, or if we were doing a smaller conversion, it takes 10 millimeters to make 1 centimeter. Okay, so let's take a look at what we had. So I transferred the information. So we had Brooke's ski, that was the shortest, and there was 100 centimeters long. And then Erin had her white racing skis at 128. She had those longer black ones at 130. Mr. Baker had a big green pair, 172 centimeters long, and Mr. Baker's orange racing skis were 165. So remember, centimeters turning into millimeters, we're going to multiply by 10 because every one of these centimeters has 10 millimeters. So 100 times 10. It's like adding just a 0 to our number. So 100 centimeters is 1,000 millimeters. So I've multiplied by 10, just like you remember 5 times 10 is 50. It's like 5 with a 0. 100 times 10 is 1,000. So same trick down here. 128 times 10 would be 1,280. Remember, we don't use commas in Canada. That's more of an American thing because in French, the comma is called a virgule in math. So we're separating our numbers, we can just use a space. 130 times 10 is like 1,300. And then I can kind of quickly fill these other ones in, 1,720 and 1,650. All right, so that was the easier part. But changing our centimeters over here into our meters, they're going to get smaller. Okay, so it would be like imagining if the case were, for this one up here, 100, we'd have to imagine there's kind of a decimal point right over there. And if we're dividing by 100, so divide by 100, we'll see there's 1 0 there and 1 0 there. So we're going to be making this decimal point jump 2 places in that direction because the number will be getting smaller. So 1 2 zeros, 2 jumps. 1 jump, 2 jump, and the new decimal point would be there, or 1.00, which makes sense if we look at this question. 100 divided by 100 is 1. So the 100 centimeter long skis of Brooks are 1 meter long. Here we're imagining there's our decimal point. So we're imagining it's like this, 128, and the decimal point would be there. 2 jumps, 1, 2. So this would be 1.28 meters long. You can kind of see the pattern. Again, remember it was like this, 130, decimal, jump, jump. So that's like saying 1.30, which we could also say is the same as 1.3 meters, because those are equivalent, or 1.72, or 1.65. M for meters, M for meters. And these guys should all have 2 M's for millimeters. Quickly fire that in. So there are some videos from Khan Academy that explain this as well, and a couple things for you to try on your own.